This is Elsabella. I'm going to point her towards you guys, and I'd like you all to say hi and wave.
Hi, Elsabella.
There's a lot of them out there.
Say hi.
Very nice. Good. Oh, here she goes. Now, I only have 30 minutes with her, so I've got to make a connection with her and have her do miraculous things. Here it comes. Boom! How about this hand? Can you high five with this hand? That's one more of a problem. Hey, you get to work over here. I'll help you with this one. Boom! High five. So your left hand seems to work a lot better than her right. Is that correct? Beautiful. Instant up with her left hand. Can you open your hands? Oh, look at you. You're awesome. Fantastic. It's like a claw. The claw. The claw. Can you get this finger out like that? Boink. I call that a high one. Boink. High one. Boink. Can you give me a high one? Trying to get that finger out. I know it's hard. Boink. So OTs and PTs, pointing capabilities cannot be overemphasized. Really very important in people's lives to be able to point to things with an index finger. I can see she's not had much practice with that. Even if you have to split the hand with one of those gloves just to get an index finger working right there, it's worth the effort as OTs and PTs. Somewhere around here is my hand point. I've recently updated it, and it goes around your hand like this, and then it comes around your wrist like that. Give me a sec here. There we go. And then we can change the angle of this accordingly. Because my skin is touching the metal stylus, this electricity from my body makes it to the screen of your device. And now we have an index finger, whereas we didn't have an index finger before. And it gets out a little farther than the short arm. Might be too close to it. Let's see. Go. Wacka, 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 wacka. Relax. I need to turn it on. You guys can watch what I'm doing here. And then when it stops, that's when I need your help. Can you give the switch a whack? Elsabella, that's you.
Push it now.
Push it now. Here it is. You did it. Oops. User error.
Not yet.
That's my fault. Now it's your turn. When it stops, I need your help for more music. Can you help me make some more music? That's it. You got it.
Wheels go round and round, round and round.
Then when it stops, you know what to do.
Round, round, round. Wheels go round and round, round and round.
All right.
Oh, I must go swish, 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 swish. I must go swish.
Elsabella.
Hit me with your best shot.
I think he got it. Try it again. It was talking.
All day long.
This seems to be a good position. Rather than flat up and down, like that. Give it a whack. I know you're on it, but you have to get off and then.
You did it.
And then a nice clean one this time. We come up, we whack it, And then we stop. And then we wait. We come up. Come on up. Whack it. And then stop. So she needs help to stop. She's good at pushing, and then she locks on. So she needs to come off. That's it. Good walk. Good. I'm just guiding you a little. I'm not doing it for you. You're the one that has to do it. Ooh, nice. I like that. She came up with her own little technique to get off. Rather than going back to the right, she slides up and away. All right. At ATNR here, she puts her head all the way to the right when she's moving her left arm. Once again, that's OTPT. I'd love to try to separate those actions. Her left arm can move no matter where her head. That would be my goal. It's a lofty goal, though. What I'm doing here, you can look at as childish and say, oh, she's way above that, but physically, she's not. In order to scan, in order to use a switch functionally, she's got to be able to hit it within a reasonable amount of time and let go of it almost immediately. That's critical to use a switch. And from what her arms are doing right now, direct select to me, just to me, is not an option. Reaching out and touching the screen directly at different places. She might be able to touch the screen and swipe across it and make stuff happen, but that's not my goal. I want to make important stuff happen. You're so smart. You did it. You learned to push the switch when it was time, and then when I said get off the switch, you slid your hand up, up, and away! Sort of like Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond. So let's do something a little different. So that's cause and effect. That one was children's switch progressions. There's also a feature in there called penalty, where if she hits it at the wrong time, it will tell her. Or if she gets stuck on the switch, it will tell her. So there's a few behavioral considerations in there for psychology into a lot of my software. But we're going to move on from cause and effect to actually get to the meat of the matter. We're going to use the switch to say things. And what you'll immediately notice here, I hope, is what I was talking about before, the speed at which she can communicate. It's going to be much slower here relative to some type of mouthing or vocalizations that might be faster. So let's get her name in here first. Go. Switch is on. Here we go. Elsabella.
Choose one. A tissue.
A book.
Yogurt. So we have some choices here. Very simple choices.
Music, please.
Just for fun. Just to work on our switch time.
A tissue.
When you see or hear the one you want, just click your switch.
A book.
You got book. Elsabella.
You tell it.
A book.
And this is a children's book, but it'll serve our purpose for now.
I love to read. One day, the monster tried to do a somersault.
So I'm just going to read a page out of this silly children's book, just for fun. Can you open the page for me? Thank you. You got it. A little more. That's it, a little more. There you go. The Very Busy Spider. Spider. Can you turn the page for me to the first page? Just for fun. Try again. There you go. Get your eyes working. There you go. You almost got it. Try again. There you go. Good enough. Early one morning, the wind blew a spider across the field. A thin, silky thread trailed from her a thin, silky thread trailed from her body. That's a tough one to say. Thin, silky thread. The spider landed on a fence post near a farmyard. Can you point to the spider? Which one is the spider? Where is it? So this is where that pointer finger would come in handy. Even with my pointer on there, that would be really good for her to be able to do. Okay. Let's do some more talking with the iPad, some more choosing. I'll give you your switch back. There it is. And we'll reset her. Both her hands right over to here.
That was a book.
Elsabella.
Wait and listen.
What now?
You have choices.
A tissue.
Which choice are you going to use?
A book. A book.
So she's just hitting the switch right now because she can.
You
So obviously,
tell me.
cognitively
A
here,
book.
we'd have to teach her about making choices using her switch. She's smart enough, but I
I
think she
love
lacks
to read.
experience.
One day, the monster tried to do a somersault.
And I move the switch. When it's not doing anything, I like to move the switch away. Can you open the book for me again to turn to a different page? There it is. You need to use your eyes also, not just your hand, but your eyes. That's it. Almost have it. There you go. Nay, nay, said the horse. Want to go for a ride? The spider didn't answer. She was very busy spinning her web. Let's do one more page. You have a little more time. Use your eyes also. I know it's hard. It's very hard for her to get her eyes moving along with her hands. I mean, coordinated. The problem is, as soon as her arm starts to move, the rest of her body sort of is locked in some way. Moo, moo, said the cow.
Elsabella.
And then we rest.
That was
What
a
would help
book.
also is having this right arm somehow pinned over to the right, keep her shoulders square.
Choose one.
Because as soon as her right hand slides over,
A
her
tissue.
whole body is stuck over there. Now look, listen.
A book.
It's scanning through your choices.
Yogurt.
Let's get yogurt.
Yogurt.
So when we heard yogurt,
Elsabella.
we chose yogurt.
You chose.
Yogurt. Let's have some yogurt.
Let's have some yogurt. I know you want to just whack that switch because you can. And just, okay.
Elsabella.
That's
That
yogurt?
was
Yogurt.
I don't know. Yes? No? Maybe? I don't think so. What do you
Elsabella.
guys think?
What now?
I don't think she would actively
A
take it if she
tissue.
wanted, would she? I agree.
a book.
Okay, wait, please. Oh, look at her. She's all wound up, ready to go. Here's the music.
Music, please.
There you go. Good.
Music,
We did
please.
that together. Now, she could have been,
Elsabella.
not saying she did, but she could have been withholding her arm because she was
Music,
waiting.
please.
Because she learned her lesson. It's possible. And of course, we can bring in our own music. You chose music on that day. My favorite part. My favorite part, here it comes. Very good. Beautiful. We're going to stop there with Elsabella. Can you guys give her a hand? Somebody's voice. We call that an AAC app. Alternative and Augmentative Communication App. AAC app. App is a sexy word for application. People like saying app. Just means program or software. There are over 300 AAC apps right now. By far, the most numerous type of app for special needs. I wish we had more learning apps, but we don't. They're almost all AAC apps competing with each other, with the king being called Pro Loco to Go. My favorite is actually one called Go Talk Now, because it's the only one where you can embed, or you can put into your communication boards, videos and music. So you don't have to go out to another app to show a video or play a song. You can put it right into your communication board.